goddesses that have joined us this evening to talk about how they have been realizing their dreams. So I'm wondering if Juliet would like to kick us off this evening.
My name is Juliet Trinka. I know a few people in the room, but I think not very many. So nice to meet you all. I am a yoga instructor, Thai massage practitioner, and I'm also an Ayurvedic practitioner here in Fargo. And I'm thinking that maybe the reason why they invited me to talk a little bit about what I do is because I'm going to be opening a yoga studio in November, which is definitely a manifestation of a dream that I've had in me for a long, long time, probably over 10 years. So as far as how I got there, I guess a very similar thread to what Sheila and Darcy both spoke of was just kind of really feeling something resonate within you. You know, I look at everything kind of through the lens of yoga philosophy, because that's what I do and what I live. And in yoga they talk about something called swadharma, which means that each person that is alive has a specific path and a specific purpose in life, and that is true for every single person. And yoga also speaks of what is called visaga, which is the heavenly drop. That's how they describe it, as if God was taking and just giving you little drops right on your head, little pieces of information like go this way, you know. And sometimes it's not a drop, sometimes it feels more like a hurricane, like you know, and that's just the flow of life. So I would say that's how it began for me. I came to this all at a very young age, when I was still in high school, and then just out of high school is when I started to develop my own practice, and it just really built from there. And as much as my own practice helped to change my life, I really wanted to be able to make that available to other people, just because I knew that it wasn't me, it was something bigger than me, and to be able to participate in that and really help as many people as I could has always been my passion, you know, however that's manifesting. And so, yeah, just many times calling out to the universe, saying, this is what I want to do, I don't know, you know, make it happen, thank you. And so I guess what I could add that's a little bit different is the times that I've called out and felt like I wasn't being answered in the way that I thought I should be. And so what I would also say about manifesting your dream is that it does involve sacrifice, you know, and a lot of times it's sacrifice of those things that were spoke of, like the how and the when and the where. You know, like I'm really sure it's supposed to be with this person in this place, and pretty sure right now, you know, but I've had the benefit of working long-term with a teacher, a mentor, and she really, really stresses that in her work, and has stressed it with me, just that if you feel like you're coming up against a block, you know, go back, because there might have been something that you glossed over. And if you're creating something or manifesting something in your life, it is as much about growing yourself as it is growing a business or an idea or a project or whatever it might be. And the universe in its benevolence will not let you skip any steps. You know, so if there's something that was untouched or untapped that is there for you, there's just going to kind of be little diversions here and there kind of pointing you backwards. So if I could offer anything, it would just be, if you feel like you're in a place where you're stuck, you know, maybe just take care of yourself a little bit more, get a gratitude journal or a piece of paper, whatever is available, but really do some inner work. Because if there's something in you that you just know that you need to do or need to express, that's not false. That is your truth, and it belongs to you. It's a part of you. So don't give up. Just take another look, maybe a fresh perspective. As far as gathering with other women, that's definitely been a huge gift for me. Just having somebody else say, well, did you ever think of it this way? Like, no, not at all. Thank you.
This is an open mic for anybody that would like to come share anything about their dream. If you're stuck, maybe we can help you. If you're not stuck and you want to share how you got unstuck or how you started to realize it, it's open. Now, I'm going to call her out, and she might not like this, but Kathy has an incredible story. And I know she's behind the camera, and so she might as well just come over here and say how she's been manifesting her dream.
Retired Navy. I spent the first 21 years of my adult life in a man's world, literally. And women weren't really looked upon very nicely in the Navy until shortly before I got out, and that's when women were getting on combatants, and we were kind of pulling our own way around. But when I got out of the Navy, I worked at the Forum for almost 2 years, and I decided that I didn't want just another job, I wanted a career. So I went back to school, and at 40-some years old, I got my degree in graphic communications, specializing in computer animation with a minor in film and TV production, and I was the first one to ever get that from MSUM, so my claim to fame. And then I started, I put some resumes out, and I got accepted at Brookings, South Dakota for Daktronics. And I went down there, and I found out 2 weeks and a day later that I was not going to get what I wanted to in the first place, what I had originally been hired for. They wanted me to be a supervisor, and I did that in the Navy, thanks, but no, I quit 2 weeks and a day later, and I came back to Fargo. And then I worked with another guy who worked in this field, video production, at Blue Sky Video Productions. And I worked with him for almost 2 years until I got let go. And I took that upon myself to achieve my dream, which was to have a garden show on TV, which currently is airing on Channel 9 if you get Cable 1, and it's Channel 3 if you get Recliner. It's called A Little Garden on the Prairie, and it's gotten rave reviews. People who've seen it just love it. They want to see more of it. Dish Network has been, quote-unquote, bombarded with people who want to add it to their lineup. So if you have Dish Network, hopefully you'll be seeing it soon on your system. But I've come upon a stumbling block, and it's a huge block. And that is, you can't do a TV show without sponsorship, without money. And that's kind of what my problem is now, is obtaining the sponsorship. I've gone out, and I know that's one of the things that I had to do, was I had to face that fear of being the salesperson, because I've never done sales before. But I went, and I've gone to several companies all over town, and I haven't heard yes or no from a lot of them, so I'm hoping that maybe that fiscal year or something will come up. But I keep plugging away, the show keeps going. We are still shooting for the next season, which, by the way, we have been picked up for a second season, so. But that's my dream, and going back, I want to tell you how this dream came to me. Was I liked watching HGTV, and I love gardening by the yard. The guy does not tell us what to do about this area. Nobody does. Nobody did. And I got tired of buying plants and planting them, and they look so nice, and then winter comes in the spring, and I'm looking at that same patch of ground, and come on, I know you're in there. Never comes up. Come to find out it was for Zone 5. Well, we're in Zone 4, I think, is what we're at. So I decided that out on the lake one day, I'm on my raft, swimming around, and it hit me, why don't I do a garden show? And I took that upon myself. I paddled back in, and I asked all my friends, just got it together. I don't know, everything just came into place. Everything that was supposed to happen with the show has fallen into place, and it's kind of like magic, but not really, because, I mean, if it was meant to be, I mean, things are really starting to happen.